Blessings to you, brothers and sisters. Blessings to you. Wanted to jump on for a moment and to piggyback off my message on yesterday when we were talking about on the daily vlogs that I'm doing, walking and sometimes in the backyard like this. We were talking about the end times, and we're talking about the beast system, the image of the beast, mark of the beast. You know, in the book of Daniel, he was telling King Nebuchadnezzar the vision of the dream because King Nebuchadnezzar wanted to know what was going on in his vision. But Daniel was the only one that can get the interpretation of the vision. And he told him, he says, hey, there's a writing on a wall, and he was the only one that can interpret it. And he says, hey, you've been weighed on the scale. Your judgment is coming. I let he that has an ear, let him hear. Book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 1 and 4. And it says, and the dragon stood on the shore of the sea. And I saw a beast coming out of the sea that had 10 horns and 7 heads with 10 crowns on his horns. And each had a blasphemous name. The beast I saw represent of a leopard, but had feet like those of a dragon, feet of those of a bear, and had mouth like a lion. And the dragon gave the beast his power and throne and great authority. And one of the heads of the beast seemed to have a final wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was astonished and followed the beast. When men worshiped the dragon, because he had given authority to the beast, and they also worshiped the beast and asked, who is like the beast and who can make war against him? And you're about to see what John said. John saw these beasts rising up out of the sea. And the sea, as we see and several times before in the book of Revelation, symbolizes of the counterfeit nations of the world, or the Gentile nations of the world. This appears in another manifestation of Satan as a worldwide evil power on the earth. I'm gonna say it again. It's going to be a worldwide evil power on the earth. Look at what you see going on in the White House with Donald Trump, and what you see going with Vladimir Putin, and things going on in Russia, things going on with and Kim Jong-un in North Korea, Pope Leo pushing all of these bills, trying to make a one world religion. All these things are happening, and they're scattered abroad the whole world. In the book of Revelation chapter 12, the beast represents the devil. The beast represents the Roman Empire, of the first century, and was instructed to be used by the devil in the final attempt to destroy male child, or the male children born of the woman. You're going to see that the male child is Yeshua, Jesus Christ, the son of Elohim, the son of God, In Revelation 13, we see the same beast arising at the different time in history in the last days. If you read the book of Daniel chapter 7, you will find many parallels of events in Revelation 13. Daniel too saw a beast rising up out of the sea. See, we talked about that before, that Daniel seen a beast rising up out of the sea. But listen to this here. Then he says, Daniel, and he saw 4 beasts, a beast like a lion, another like a bear, and the third as a leopard, and the fourth, which was unique, in that it was as significant creature with 10 horns. In many ways, forms of the beast with John seen in Revelation 13. We learn in Daniel that the beast he saw represents 4 beast world empires of this day and following. The first beast, which represents the lion, represents Babylon, right? I'm gonna say it again. The first beast represents Babylon. The second, like a bear, represents Medo-Persia. I'm gonna do an imagery. Hopefully after this video, I'm gonna segue it and put it at the end of this video. You're gonna see I have it on the wall in my office. The third is like a 4-headed leopard, represents Greece. And those same images are coexisting in the images come together in the beast for the form of the sea, which appears in John's vision. The fourth beast with its 10 horns and 7 heads identifies as the Roman Empire. And this is one of the strange beasts. All power was given over to the beast and had combined together. That's why it says the first beast and the second beast come together. When you read it in the book of Revelation chapter 13, you're going to see towards the almost in the end of that chapter that you're going to see the one beast rises out of the sea, then the other beast rises up, and then it's going to take the power from the first beast and come together and become one. Brothers and sisters, this is what we see going on in the earth. So I'm going to stop here, and we're going to get on the woman of the beast to identify what it means as the woman of the beast, but you're going to see what this woman identifies is. So I want you to go back and read the book of Revelation chapter 13, 1 through 4, so that you can kind of stick with me on these series. Whoever you are on the opposite side of this video, I don't get all believers, atheists, New Age, Scientologists, Hindu, whatever. Yeshua, Jesus Christ, showed me many times in my life that he is the way, that he is the truth, and that he is the life. I'm not just a street preacher. I'm a pastor to many. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm etc. But I'm first and foremost, I'm a servant. And when that servant understands that God has to be center of their life, they're not concerned about what if and what is that. I'm not worried about what is coming in the book of Revelations. No, because I see and I understand towards the end of that text that the ones that had their garment ready, meaning their flesh, they came out of sin and they made themselves ready for the Father to come. They were prepared. Hallelujah. I'm not a pre-trib or post-trib rapture believer. I am one to say be ready, because he says I come in an hour that you think not. So I'm not looking for something to come take me somewhere. No. What I am striving for, he says, do all you can to stand in the evil day. And when you have done all you can to stand, keep standing. Hallelujah. That's what I'm telling somebody today. Believer, keep standing. Brother, keep standing. Sister, keep standing. Because the things that I'm talking about today, and the things Father continues to give me breath to continue to talk about in the book of Revelations, we're going to see that these things are coming to pass. And then I'm going to shoot you with some clips so you can see how these things are actually happening. Wars and rumors of wars, you know about them. The earthquakes, you know about them. The heat, right? The heat that is going on in America right now. Heat waves beyond understanding. Haven't seen this in centuries, eons. This is nothing new. This is a transition of this world. This world is evolving once again, but I digress on that. Let he that has an ear, let him hear. King coming. Shalom.